Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to a new series called Tried and Tested, which sits somewhere between educational content and the Horse Monkey team wanting to have a bit of a giggle. It's basically a series where I take my horse Jack, who is in the back. We're both show jumpers, but we go and try a different discipline for, I'm not sure whose amusement or entertainment, but we'll have an educational twist on it somewhere. So today we're at Leyland Court and we are doing a dressage test, and we'll then have some feedback from the judges, which will be really interesting. I think I kind of know what they're probably going to say already, such as it's not a circle and straight lines and all of that. But I've had a few errors on the way getting here. First one being that it's in a 20x60 and I was riding it in a 20x40. And secondly, once I did realise that and was then going to go and practice it, the arena had frozen, so I will be riding it for the first time today, which is fantastic. We shall give it a go and see how we go. Slightly wired today. We've got a few dragon noises already. But the warm-up is in the indoor, and I've allowed myself a good 35 minutes to warm up. He's been out hunting for the past 2-3 months. So he's been ridden in a bit, which is a little bit stronger than a snaffle. So it's just one more red flag for me today that I'm going to be riding him in a snaffle and the horse is making dragon noises. So either way, it'll be a learning experience. So let's see what they have to say. Jack. nice and coiled, as I perhaps would have liked it to.
You felt it was a bit open and
A little bit long and lanky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for more, I didn't feel I had that sort of like telepathic connection that
Right.
I have on a very rare occasion. But
But then some were different things going on. Oh, it isn't.
no.
So things differ.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, I like the paces. Apart from, I like the walk, but you're not riding the walk forward.
Okay.
Right, so you're not, the walk is a little bit nice. So I'll talk you through the sheet and then...
Shall I jump off?
If yes, you want to. Or unless you want me to help them do something before after we can get back on again. Can't get you on with it.
That's all good.
Right, so coming up the centre line, you were fairly straight, but the bit head rocking.
Okay.
And that's why you felt he was a little bit on his head and carrying himself very well. And then the circle here, active steps but could show more bend. I've also underlined shape because I think you lost the shape of this circle here. You almost came up too far up here. Okay. So 20-metre circle was a bit drifting out.
Okay.
Right. That's why you gave him 6.5 there. And then the transition down was all right, but then he's a little hollow coming up and you totally cut the corner at B. Okay, so accuracy of the movements is really important. The circle, next circle I thought was a better shape and he kept his balance and he had a better trot. Okay, so I gave you 7 for that. And you know, if he's a little bit more what we call connected, then therefore you would get a higher mark. But I thought he kept everything together on that circle because that circle's been easier to you.
The second one definitely.
Well, you want to look too. Right, so then the transition to canter, he hollowed a little bit, sort of climbed up a bit into the canter, that gave you 6.5. And the circle, he needs to bend around the circle line rather than be quite stiff and straight through the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's something you're going to have to work on because it's that lateral bend in the trot and the canter that stops the mark coming any higher. Where are we on the circle? Change the rein. Yeah, he rather fell into trot, 6.5. This canter transition here I thought was smoother, I put obedient transition, and then the circle, again circle should be rounder. Okay, work on the circle.
Okay.
So think about where the tangent points of the circle and think about the shape of your circle. Need a bit of help with that, I think.
Okay.
And then that transition also dived a bit onto the forehand. So he throws the front leg out to balance on his shoulder rather than take the weight behind and lighten the shoulders. Okay, does that make sense to you? Okay, and then the walk here. The walk started really nicely. Transition was nice. Walk started, and then he gets sort of lost attention. He got slower and slower.
Okay.
So that's where you felt he lost a bit of attention. I think. And then the half circle. Getting lacking activity and very little stretch because you hadn't really got him in that walk.
Okay.
You
So is
what I
it
mean?
no?
Yeah. Okay, right.
I'm not
okay.
doubting that it wasn't the
No,
prettiest.
Yeah.
So it was when I put him into a medium walk.
Yeah.
It wasn't
the walk
medium enough.
No, it was to begin with.
Oh, okay.
And then he got slower. Okay. All right. Because the transition was nice. This one here. Okay. Transition was all right, and the steps were nice, but then he lost his attention. So what's that over there? Yeah. So you didn't have him then. So then when you do this half circle, which is free walk on a long round, he was still saying, "Oh, what's that round here?" So he didn't actually march forward and stretch that forward and down. So you need to do this stretching forward and down in the free walk. Okay. So he was just walking. So the walk, the steps were fine, relaxation was fine, could have a bit more purpose, but he also needed to be more supple and stretch forward and down. Okay. So does that make sense now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Horse Monkeys entered me in an actual BD thing.
All right.
Good. Doing the same test.
Yeah, and tidy marks here.
Yeah.
Right, and then the halt, his left hind leg was wide, so it wasn't straight to me, so I gave you a 6 there.
That's absolutely fine.
So these are these collective marks. These are the marks that reflect what happened in the test. All right. So I gave him 7 for the paces because I think I chose active and correct paces. So although the walk, he lost a bit of attention in the walk itself was okay. All right. So 7 for the paces. Impartial 6.5. Have underlined suppleness and engagement, which are the weak areas. Okay, because he wants to go forward, that's good. He's fairly elastic, but he needs to be more supple and take more weight on the hind leg to lighten the shoulder going forward. All right. and then this cooperation. I've underlined attention where he lost a bit of attention, okay? And I could underline, I'd like this in the forehand, where it gets one little bit onto the shoulders. And I gave you a 6.5 to reflect the lack of cooperation and the lack of keeping his attention in the walk, really. So I put shows active and correct paces. Now needs to further develop supple bend and keep the activity in the walk step. Okay, so I need to draw attention to that. Because when you walk, you just stop right.
I would do that next time.
No, okay. But you need to work a little bit of that. Yeah. Your medium walk is different from your free walk. And your medium walk is more contact. Your free walk is allowing the horse to stretch forward and down. Yeah. It should show, he shows the relaxation, but he doesn't say, oh look, I'm stretching.
Yeah.
It doesn't show any difference.
Excuse the naivety, but are they meant to be the same speed?
Same
tempo.
Same tempo, yes, same speed, but he's got to have purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, in both of them. So if you look at the directives in the medium walk. I can't find it now. Yeah, medium walk directives. It needs to be regular, which he is. He needs to have purpose, relaxation and freedom. Well, he lost a bit of purpose because he drifted off with me, okay? So he needs to keep marching. The walk is a marching pace, all right? So he needs to keep marching, whether he's on a medium walk or a free walk. But in the free walk, he needs to cover more ground than in the medium walk. His steps need to cover more ground. So he's got more over track. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
So yeah, some attention to the walk, and you've got 65%, which isn't, you should be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. And there's more to come. So you should be nearer the 70 if you can get him a little bit
So
more
I just
compressed.
tidy up my walk.
Tidy up the walk, ride better circles. Yes, and ask for a little bit more natural suppleness, get him to bend a little bit more.
And how much, so when last question, when I'm doing a circle, if I can see his inside eye, have I got enough bend?
Yeah, but it's not, because just seeing his inside eye is his position where his head goes his neck. So he's looking round the circle in the right way, yeah?
Okay.
But you want him up more around your inside legs, so the bend is from pole to tail, or along the line of the circle. See what I mean? So the circle is a curve, he should curve around the circle. Okay, but stay on the same line, not just deviate out or in. Okay?
Very helpful. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Quite humbling, but
right. No, you've got a nice horse. You've got nice paces.
Yeah.
So you've got.
I'll try and get a few lessons in, dressage lessons.
Yeah. And whoever you ask, say, can you help me a little bit with the walk? So you get the feel for the walk.
Yeah.
Because you've obviously got the feel for the trot and the feel for the canter. Your aids are okay. But at the same time, you need to think about how you ride the walk in a test. Mm-hmm. And in this test, not all tests, but in this prelim, it's at the end. Some of the tests are in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, so attention to the walk. The walk is just, he was just letting him walk. Does that make sense? But he's got, in that free walk, he's got to be walking like he's walking somewhere.
Yeah.
With purpose.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. Oh, good. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
That's all right, good.
Can I just grab a quick interview? So, how do we think that went? Well, how do we think it went? We've heard how it went. How did you feel it went?
I didn't get to X and go, that was the best test I've ever ridden. It was also the first time I'd ever properly ridden the test. So I guess by default it was, but I didn't feel I had him listening. But it didn't help that they were loading bales with a tractor right behind. And he obviously called out just some other horses a few times. I'm pleased with him because this is all new and he most certainly didn't have, the most experienced jockey on board. But yeah, obviously my feedback was when I let him walk, he just walked. I didn't work him in the walk. To be honest, it's a bit of a foreign concept, but they explained it really well, and losing marks for not riding a circle as a circle probably wasn't, that could have been avoided, but there's a lot of stuff that can be quite easily tidied up in fact for hunters in a couple of weeks. So on the whole, feeling positive about it, and that's the thing, I think when you come with no expectations, you can't leave disappointed, which is quite nice. So Card Burmese kept us cool. I didn't get a chance to ride the test at home. He ended up having a couple of days off before because the ring had frozen. So the odds weren't really in his favour. nor mine for that matter. But yeah.
We've got hunters again in 2 weeks' time. So, what is it? We're just, looking forward to the next one, or got anything planned in between?
I think we should get a lesson in beforehand. And they said whoever's coaching asked them to teach you to walk, so we should do that. And I think as a show jumper, it's just not necessarily been something I've focused on. He's a typical show jumper in that his canter is significantly better than his trot, which was reflected in the test. But yeah, so we'll get a few lessons in. He has got a hunt next weekend, which will probably just undo things. But yeah, and we'll see how it goes. I did enjoy it. It was a good day out, and I'm very pleased with him. And it was nice that it was such a relaxed setting. It was really easy. I got to ask stupid questions, and they didn't make me feel like I was asking stupid questions. So yeah, no, it was really good, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that's just wanting to try a different discipline. Go to an event like this, where there's sort of no expectations, no stress. Just come and do your own thing, enter and do whatever test is appropriate, and yeah, just make the most of it.
And a big thank you to the judge as well, because she spent 8 minutes or so, almost 10 minutes, with a few questions, with you.
So helpful, so thorough. Just explained things to me really easily in a language that someone who's just started out could understand. And she was really positive about it as well, and had lots of nice things to say about the horse. So yeah, no, it was brilliant. And as well, a thank you to Mandy for organising it, and setting this up so we had somewhere to come and play about on a Saturday.
Right, let's get the donkey in the trailer.
In the trailer.